In week 6 of Egg, your Cotswold Whimsicots are going up against It's Whatever and his Sacramento Bling. And going into this week, we are currently sitting at a 2-3 record. So we've actually gone negative, which, I don't know, feels kind of harsh on the season. I don't think we've been doing that badly, but it's okay. We've got 3 games left going into this one, so we're still in playoff contention. We're probably an outside shout at this point, but this game's just a really, really big one. We've really got to try and get a win here. So to try and make that happen, you can see the team that I built with Eric coming up beside my head somewhere. I think it usually comes up like here, this side, I think. And the idea was basically to try and win with Scarf Donphan. But that thing would also be a revenge killer. So the idea was that we'd bring it in on something, revenge kill. Then when, say, Zapdos came in to try and revenge kill Donphan, we would be able to switch out into Mudsdale, get the eject button out, and then wall break again with something like the Life Orb Terrakion or the substitute Girafarig. So the team was kind of built around getting a revenge kill, pivoting, using that free pivots, getting a strong wall breaker, and yeah, just trying to get those wall breakers in as early as possible. We have the Shuckerberry on Cobalion to try and bait the Mamoswine and kill that, especially if it's like a Scarf Mamoswine or something like that. The main check really to Donphan is probably Zapdos, which hopefully we can break down if we can knock it off and get rocks up. Or Thwackey, but we didn't really think Thwackey would come, so we kind of didn't prep for that really too much. You'll have to wait and see if it did come. I'm so not ready. I'm so not ready. Who had this in the bingo? Who had me not being ready in the bingo? Oh no. What just happened? Oh, no time. No time. Oh, my angles aren't right. Oh, this chair, I've swapped chairs. Swap chairs, I'm too high. I'm so tall. Oh, that's not it. How do I lower the chair? Oh, now I'm small. I'm not, I'm very tall. I'm a very large man. Very muscular and powerful. Oh, I told Eric the fucking Thwackey would be here and it's the first thing on the screen. Typical. Eric was like, why would I bring the Thwackey? And I was like, I don't know, because there's... I forgot to press enter on good luck, have fun. Fuck, sorry. It's very late. I said, I don't know, because there's 2 ground types, Eric. He might bring it. And he did. He did bring it. God damn, I'm going to have words with that big Swedish bastard. Alright, what else is there? Oh god, I need to pick a lead. I haven't been paying any attention. Shit! I was messing around with the chair. Oh. Who do I like to lead here? Maybe I like you as the lead. You don't lead too badly into anything here. Actually, you have a pretty good matchup against everything. I don't like losing HP on you, but you do lead pretty well, Cobalion. Necrozma? Oh yeah, Necrozma. Yeah. I remember Necrozma. I remember that thing. And he's got the big Sneasel. Like, I don't know what he did. Totem Sneasel? I guess it's Totem Sneasel. The Sneasel's just really large. We've already faced a Sneasel this season, but this one's a fucking... extra large Sneasel, which is just ridiculous if you ask me. Alright, I need to get the rest of his team down. Totem Sneasel, Mamoswine. Am I recording? I am. That's good. Tell me you have anxiety without telling me you have anxiety. I look like fucking John Lennon today. Perhaps need a haircut, but I don't know. Zapdos, that's the badger. I don't think it's a badger, but we'll pretend it is. Carving. No, wait, that's a Diancie. 2, 4, 6. Okay, got everything written down that he has. We're prepared. We're ready. Who's ready? I'm ready. Are you ready? We're ready. Everyone's ready. Let's go. He didn't bring a dark type, so... Psychic's just free. I'm just going to click Psychic. There's a Necrozma. Maybe I should have clicked Future Sight. No, that's fine. I'll take that. See how much this does. Is it especially bulky? Does good damage. He's going to want to roost this time. He's got grassy terrain on his side. I'm going to Future Sight this time on the roost. Like, part of me wants to spam Psychic to try and fish for the Spadef drop, because eventually we'd get it, but also eventually he'd just be able to go Necrozma. So, yeah, I'm just going to click the Future Sight. I think that's okay. In fact, that's more than okay. I like that. Because then what we'll do is we'll Volt Switch next turn. He'll Roost this turn, presumably. Then we'll Volt Switch. as he maybe goes for like a U-turn. Maybe to try and get... yes, we are faster, which is what I expected. He U-turns this time. Didn't expect that. Didn't expect that, but he's got no psychic resist barring the Necrozma. So that's okay. Interesting. So what, Mamoswine could come out here. Totem Sneasel could come out here. This is a good spot though. Do I just want to Tachyon Cutter on this thing? This is my only psychic resist as well, right? Well, I've got Mudsdale. I think I just want to Tachyon Cutter, right? How much does Cobalion do? Maybe I made the wrong play going for the Future Sight. I don't know. I think we're going to Tachyon Cutter once on what is... Yeah. We can kind of scout here what he's built like. As he's Calm Minding. Okay. That's a little scary. But he probably needs to recover this turn. Do I fish for crits with Tachyon Cutter? My Mudsdale isn't going to do loads with Throat Chop. And I don't have Whirlwind, unfortunately. Actually, this is an outdated set. I don't have my up-to-date sets on here. Fuck! That's not good. I have Ruination and Earthquake. Yeah, I think I have to just keep spamming Tachyon Cutter, actually. I mean, it hits twice. I don't have a lot of physical ways to hurt this thing. Yeah, I don't have a lot of physical ways to hurt this thing. That's decent damage. I mean, he's going to get quite a bit of recovery. We've managed to recover back to full, which I like. What did you have? You only have Ruination. You don't have Throat Chop anymore. You have Life Orb Megahorn. But I don't think that's going to do that much. It's actually just like 70-odd%. You also have access to... No, you don't have Calm Mind anymore. I took that off. I think I just have to spam the Tachyon Cutter. Obviously, like, I've got a decent odds to crit because it's twice every turn. But when I do get a crit, it won't be as effective as critting a more effective move. Maybe I should have Volt Switched there because he would have been in range, potentially, of Megahorn. Would he? I don't know if he would, to be fair. I think I just spam this. I know it's boring. I apologize. But I think I just spam this. This has put me in a bit of a tough spot. Especially because I'm faster. What I don't want to do is Volt Switch into my physical attacker on the turn. He actually... There we go. There's the crit. Yeah, there's the crit. So we might need another one here, judging by how much damage that was doing. Have we seen an attacking move? Have we seen an item? Sorry, have we seen leftovers? I haven't been... No, so there's no leftovers. He's probably Colbur Berry, if I had to guess. So I don't want to go into Donphan and knock off. I don't think that's going to work. He has to recover here. At +2 Spadef, it doesn't look like we kill him. But if we connect our Megahorn, it looks like a roll to kill depending on his investment. Yeah. So I think this is the play. Can we, like, land a Megahorn this time? Because I know, like, in the other game, you know, we all laughed at Donphan having his little curly horns that went into his own head and he wasn't hitting anything. Maybe I should have just tried to stall him out of PP on Moonlight. I think he's used to about 4 or 5 now. But maybe I should have just continued crit fishing. But this looks like this is range. So if we can hit this, I don't think he's expecting a Life Orb Megahorn. And as I say, I mean, he might be just physically defensive because he's a Calm Mindset. He might just be like max physically defensive. Which then wouldn't be in range, I guess. But it probably would then be if the Tachyon Cutter are after. Maybe I should have expected him to be fully Fizz Def. He looked... Yeah, maybe I should have expected him to be fully Fizz Def, and this is the wrong play. Let's see. Wow. Okay, that is very Fizz Def. And he's actually weakness policy, so this might be GG. This might be all she wrote. That's looking real bad. Okay, is he Dark Pulses? That's good. That's best case scenario for us, because he now doesn't outspeed us. He didn't go for the Rock Polish or anything like that, which would have been real bad. Okay, so I think the only thing I can do is go into this. The question is, does Headlong Rush or Knockoff do more now that he's got no item? He is like max Fizz Def, I think. I think that basically confirmed that. So, from how little he took. So, yeah, Headlong Rush does do more, which is what I figured probably. So we trade one major threat for one major threat. He takes Terrakion with his Necrozma, assuming he lets me take this here, which he may not do. But we got good information. Like this is, you know, this has been interesting. He will see that he'll see that I'm fast here, depending on his investment. He might not see that I'm Scarf though. So now, Scarf Donphan really is our win con. Terrakion was like our secondary win con in terms of speed control. This team doesn't really have defensive win cons, so speed control is really, really important. And yeah, Terrakion could outspeed everything on his team outside of Scarfers. We've lost that. So this thing becomes a primary win con, which is obviously difficult with the Thwacky around, as stupid as that sounds. Thwacky will eat most of our hits, and I don't really have a lot for it. I mean, if I can knock it off, I do. Man, this set was built with this eject button so that this could come in on Zapdos, eject out, and get in the Terrakion. I now can't make that same sequence. There are other things I can do here. Do I save the eject button or do I pop it now? Is there another wall breaker I want to get in for free on something later? Kind of wish it was red card. No, I think now's the time to use it. I think now's the time to use it, because if we can block his U-turn, yeah. So we're going to block his U-turn, we're going to lock him in with us here, get some momentum back. That's pretty nice. Now, do we want to try and put on pressure with Cobalion? I think Cobalion. With the Necrozma down, I think Cobalion... Yeah. Cobalion, yeah, because while Girafarig might more immediately threaten this, being able to sub and stuff, I think this, like, just being able to click Future Sight now looks really strong against this team. Do I Psychic? No, I think I Future Sight. I think I Future Sight into Volt Switch again. Or maybe just into Psychic, depending on how much this does. So he fires off the Discharge. I don't want to get parried, so I'm not actually going to stay in and Psychic spam. I am going to Volt Switch out, because I don't want this to get parried. I want to be able to be faster than Non-Scarf, Mamoswine, and Diancie. Although I probably would be even parried. I don't want to take that chance. I also just don't want to not be able to click moves because I'm paralyzed. So yeah, let's Volt out. We've got that Future Sight up in the air. And I think that means we can probably now... Who would we go into? If I had Volt Switch on this, that would be really, really good. I think Mudsdale and get the rocks up. Yeah, I think Mudsdale and get the rocks up. Ah, so the Future Sight came out a turn earlier than I was expecting there. He might think that I've gone into this to Earthquake on his Roost. Yeah, he does. I was going to say, I don't think the Roost is safe for him. That isn't why I did it. I thought it would be a turn later. I'm being stupid. But it does work. Like, this is a post-com. I could tell you that was intentional. It was not. But it did work out nicely, didn't it? And I understand why he makes that play. I don't think that's a bad play. So do I let this thing go down? Oh no, the Future Sight didn't come out. So why the fuck did I do so much? Was that just Volt Switch damage? Holy shit. Had he not roosted up there? I'm confused. I wasn't paying enough attention. That's my mistake. I'm just going to stay in and Quake, I think. Because this thing isn't necessary for Thwacky, it isn't necessary for Totem Sneasel. It loses to Mamoswine. It is helpful with Zapdos, but Zapdos is very low. And this thing actually is a bit of a problem. Yeah, like I don't want him to just get all this for free. Because I have no removal on this team. I didn't bring Spin on Scarf Donphan, so I don't want him to just stack all that for free. That is a 2-hit KO. He's forced to either Moonblast or get a second layer here. His leftovers. And removing this thing again is good for the Scarf Wing Con in Donphan. Now, do you think I can body press for the kill based on how much that Earthquake did? Nah, I don't think so. Nah, no way. The reason I'm saying that is because obviously if Thwacky comes out, I'm going to do negligible damage with the Earthquake, but I think that's okay because it still forces this thing out to then come in on rocks later. I'll get a bit of grassy terrain back on Mudsdale, and we can take it from there. We traded rocks for a spike. I'm not sure who's come better out of that exchange, to be honest. Maybe him. What am I worried about in the end game here? I need to find a way to kill... Okay, so he just stays in Play Rough. So it's actually Play Rough, not Moonblast, so it's physical. That's fine. As we take that down, pretty nice. So, yeah, I'm just thinking about the end game. What really threatens Donphan? It's Thwacky. Yeah, like a Life Orb or Banded Ice Shard from Mamo is going to hurt, but not chronically. Totem Sneasel and Zapdos will die if I can lock in. I mean, probably, I need to be wary of static Zapdos before I lock into like close combat or knockoff, I guess. That would be really bad, actually. Static would be horrific. Do I have a move that doesn't make contact that can kill it? What is my fourth move? Head Smash. I was like, I'm going to run Head Smash because, you know, funny. And I was right. It is funny. It isn't necessarily good, but it is funny. This thing isn't actually that good against it. I can Earthquake Zapdos on a slow. I don't actually think this thing's that good. That's why I was letting it go down before. I'm going to just go for the body press in case he's like a sub or something. Or Trailblaze. That would also be bad. That would also be bad. Yes, I don't like that either. I have nothing that outspeeds that now. So this damage is pretty important. It's very important, in fact. Okay, he's going to get to +2. I can't stop that. So he is going to be faster than everything, but I have... Okay. So I have, obviously, Basculin, which should take any hit from this thing. I'm on an Air Balloon. I have this on a Shuka Berry, but that still seems really good. I'm just worrying because this seems kind of good for Totem Sneasel. Whereas this probably about dies to Totem Sneasel after the spike. But then it is faster than Thwacky. And it is really good against the Zapdos, so I shouldn't just zero in on one end game. I don't know that I necessarily kill here with a Shadow Ball, do I? I mean, I'd like to click it. Yeah, I probably do. I'm just going to Shadow Ball. Because at the very least, Jet will take him out after. This won't kill me yet. I'm chewing that. So that's fine. He can pop my Air Balloon. I don't really need it. Perfect. And actually, this thing still might be kind of good for the Totem Sneasel at the end of the game. Just trying to get an idea of like what that thing, like knockoff, what kind of damage knockoff does to me. Because I have got to come back in on a spike. I mean, I've got no item. It could be like Throat Chop or something. I don't even know if that thing gets knockoff actually, or if it is just Throat Chop. I can try to remember from when I used it. Fling. I remember I had Fling. I think its dark moves are quite limited, aren't they? Actually, despite being a Sneasel, which I know makes no sense. Stop trying to give me Radical Red. Okay, so this thing comes out. What am I looking for here? I'm looking for a Dark Moves on Totem Sneasel. Yeah, it doesn't actually get knocked, which is kind of unfortunate. Throat Chop, Lash Out, yeah. So it would be a Throat Chop. We'd do 47 to 56. If he's adamant, he's doing 51 to 61. I'm at 66, but I'd have to take a spike. If he's adamant, non-boosting item, it pretty much always kills me after the spike. But it would stop Scarf locking into close combat. Yeah, I think it's worth preserving this for that. Like, I was kind of thinking, should I just let this go down and get the free switch into Cobalion? But I think the fact that it can, yeah, stop him. Like, last week we obviously lost to Scarf Landorus locking into Earth Power. I don't want that to happen again. I don't want to lose to something that's just scarfed itself into something. So that I had an immunity for that I let go down. So I'm always, I know that the way that I play Pokemon, sometimes one of my biggest flaws is that I like to preserve things too much. I like to hold on to sacks. I will let my team get whittled down trying to hold on to things. I think it comes from that. I'm curious if anybody else has this experience. Obviously, I came to competitive Pokemon from Nuzlocking. That was where I started. Came to competitive Pokemon a long time ago now. Obviously, haven't uploaded Nuzlocke content for a very, very long time. But sometimes I think I still am in that kind of Nuzlocke mindset because that was the first thing that introduced me to the concept of like competitive Pokemon and taking Pokemon seriously, where I'm almost like trying to keep every single Pokemon alive. And it's not because I want the 6-0 or any shit like that. It's just a case of like, okay, so he's going to go for the Unburden Sweep now. But I think with Donphan still at full health, I think we're in an okay spot. I'm just going to stay in an attack because I don't need this thing. I don't need this thing. If he SDs, like I want to make sure that I get some damage off on him. But I'm pretty sure he can't Oko. I mean, could Acrobatics Oko? If he's +2. Am I going to be able to kill him in Grassy Terrain? Let's have a look. Donphan's just so fat, right? +2 Acrobatics from Adamant would kill me. Yeah, it would kill me. Whoops. And it would outspeed me. So I might just be about to get swept. Now, obviously, we enter the mind games of Thunderclap here. Is there a chance that I live his +2 hits here? So if he's Adamant, Dire Claw. What about Close Combat? So Adamant Close Combat would just kill me from this range. He kills everything left on my team. We have to get the Thunderclap right, if he's Acrobatics. We get the Thunderclap right. That's alright. Glad I didn't get too complicated with it. I was like, do I try and like predict around? This thing's... When you play this thing better than I have been playing it, I do think this thing is really good. I just haven't been playing it very well. GIRAFARIG is a powerhouse in Gen 9, confirmed. What is Gen 9? Is this even real? Okay, so this is weird because we're in like a good position, but I just don't feel like I can relax in this game. So assuming he wants to roost here. I wish I had Calm Mind still. What does he have for me? I'm going to sub, because I don't know what he has for me. And this might come down to a war of attrition of PP stalling out his roosts. So I'm just going to sub. Grassy Terrain's still up. I've still got leftovers. Like, I don't know. Maybe he's Whirlwind. Maybe this was a throw. Maybe he's Whirlwind. He's Roost, U-turn. Presumably Electric and Flying Stab. He needs Flying Stab for Donphan. But does he need Electric Stab? Well, I think we can Thunderbolt this turn because he won't Roost this turn. Yeah, I don't think this breaks my sub. Yeah, I was saying, even though we're in a good position in this game, like, his team has just been so scary this battle that I'm like... And he's such a good player. I should have shouted him out. So shout out to Ant. It's whatever. Like, I think going into this, he was first or second seed in the league. Like, he's having a really strong season. His draft is really terrifying. So even though I think we were in basically a game-winning position here, it doesn't feel that way, right? It doesn't feel safe. Because his team does seem to be really good. As he, unfortunately, misses. I mean, fortunately for us, unfortunately for him. That seems pretty good though. This seems in a pretty I think from the fact he's not trying to roost there, he's not trying to PP stall anything. Like I think he probably knows like, hey, this is pretty much a losing position. Like this plus Kabalion just beats Thwacky, I think. This alone might do it. I don't know what Thwacky's got. But yeah, fucking his team was scary, man. Weakness Policy, Calm Mind, Necrozma, Trailblaze, fucking Mamoswine, Spikes on Diancie. Like, he wasn't fucking around. He was bringing some threats. And then, yeah, Swords Dance and Bird and Totem Sneasel. Like, he was really trying to sweep us this game. He brought some bullshit I would bring. Some fucking Hazard HO bullshit. I can appreciate that. That will break my sub. But, it's not going to do too much once... I don't know if it would break my sub if I subbed again. I think it's probably going to do about 25%. Doesn't matter. Wow, I wonder if that's a Violator, if that just fucking destroys things. Jesus. Wow, there we go. GIRAFARIG finally getting his time to shine. Love that. Yeah, GG to Antonio. That was a really good game. Really tough game. Like, fucking scary. I had to have my wits about me. This is the difference, by the way. I prepped yesterday. Instead of prepping a week ago, I prepped yesterday. I need to time my prep better because I can actually remember what I've built. This is so much easier, but yeah. Not to say it was easy, it fucking wasn't, but you know what I mean. I actually have a clue what I'm doing instead of just screaming at 7 AM and waving my dog in front of the camera. Regardless, yeah, GG to Antonio. Hopefully this can bounce us back this season. I think this puts us on, like, I don't even know the record. I'll record an outro where I'll talk about the record and what we've got to do for the rest of the season. Hello, it's me, the man from the intro. I'm back. I'm sweaty, in case you can't tell. It's very hot here. I think that game went pretty well. It was scary. Like he brought so many unexpected kind of setup threats that it had me feeling uneasy for the whole game. It had me feeling on edge. But upon reflection, maybe you should have prepped a little bit more for Thwacky. Maybe that would have been a little bit sensible, a little bit more of a grassy terrain. But overall, I think our prep kind of carried us through there. I think the strong prep worked out. And I think this season, like I said before, now we're at a 3-3 record, which feels more fair. But I was chatting with Addison before this game, and I was saying, look, I have 3 games left. I probably need to win 2 out of the 3 to make playoffs, and even then, it's not guaranteed because I think that would put us at, 4-4 record. And Addison was saying, I think 4-4 makes it. And then she said, but also, if you do go to 3-5 or 4-4, she said, with like a sort of semi-meme draft, that's not that bad. And I kind of thought about it, and kind of took reflection. I thought, yeah, do you know what? We've maybe had a little bit moments of bad luck. We got some good luck versus Oboe against the Sneasel, and then some bad luck right at the end against his Zarude. And we maybe got some bad luck against Keegan with his Hariyama freeze. So it's been a bit of a mixed season luck-wise, but I think apart from a couple of games, I've been playing decently well. And yeah, trying to draft like mono... I don't know, what is the bit with this team? There's some kind of bit. I don't know what it is. I'm going to feign ignorance. But yeah, this kind of semi-meme team where I was really restricted with what I could pick. The season's not going too bad, I think. To be sitting here now 4-4, no, 3-3, right? Yeah, evens. Sit here 3-3, I think is okay. So yeah, we've just got to win hopefully now 1 out of our last 2. We've prevented it from becoming like 2-3 playoff games in a row if we make playoffs. It's now just 2 chances to try and get a win. And also, if you look on the egg doc, which will be linked in the description, we've played like all the top teams. Like our schedule has been super intense actually, looking back at it, which I didn't really realize because everyone in this league is a top player. But yeah, we're playing all the guys that are having great seasons, so that's been pretty tough too. But we got 2 games left. Hopefully, if we can pick up 1 win, maybe 2. But hopefully if we can pick up at least 1, we can make playoffs still with this team, which has been really fun. It's been a lot of fun. So yeah, I'll leave it there anyway. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it.